So good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're still awake. I know the clocks have gone back and our body clocks aren't great. So just to talk about seafarer wellness. But before I do so, just a little brief introduction to who the Sailors Society are, in case you don't know who we are. We're an international maritime charity, and this year is our 200th year. So I have to say I haven't been around for 200 years, just in case you're worrying. But we're having a great year celebrating the work that the Sailors Society has done. And so we bring with us 200 years of experience in seafarer welfare. And our Wellness at Sea program really developed in response to a call from the industry to address issues of poor mental health and the associated risks that can result of working at sea. So our wellness program, what exactly is it? So the wellness program is a coaching program aimed at improving seafarers' well-being while they're on board a ship. So I'm just going to take you really on a whistle-stop tour, and I mean whistle-stop tour. I speak very quickly generally, but I think I have 10 minutes, so listen very carefully because I'm going to say this only once. Right. So this is about investing in crew through wellness at sea. So as I said, it's a comprehensive program, and it consists of four main elements: a coaching element, which is a face-to-face element, a train the trainer, where we train trainers from companies to actually deliver the Wellness at Sea training. We have a Wellness at Sea app, which I like to think of as a journey companion that seafarers can take along with them as they journey in port and at sea. And then our recent development is our e-learning Wellness at Sea program, which is online access to Wellness at Sea, so it is more easily and readily available. And I'll just talk through those in a little more detail for you. So this program is very important, and we've invested in this program because we would like to lead by example, if you like, so the industry can get behind this kind of initiative as well. And so we've conducted and commissioned Yale to do some research for us into the seafarer health, wellness, and occupational safety. And those results are actually going to be published at the end of the year in the Lancet Journal. But what it did give us was some very specific information about seafarer mental health issues and obviously some of the issues that they have in regards to suicide. And so the results did show that a quarter of the world's seafarers suffer from mental health issues, mainly depression. So we're looking at following this up with a longitudinal study, which we will begin next year for the kind of following 5 years, which will look at seafarer health in general. So let me just talk you through very, very quickly what the Wellness at Sea program is all about. So it covers I think I've gone a bit too far there. So Wellness at Sea looks at 5 key issues of seafarer wellness, and it looks at wellness through a holistic lens. So we look at things like emotional wellness, which deals with issues relating to poor mental health, which affects a large number of people. And yet the stigma of this is often still there, where people don't want to talk about the issues that affect them. We look too at a module on social welfare, which looks at the relationships that exist between families and exist between crew members. So I don't know about you, but I didn't realize until I began my job with the Sailor Society that the crew is made up of many, many diverse cultures. And so in one crew on a ship, you can have 4 or 5 different nationalities. So that in itself is difficult. Crew have to deal with things like diversity, how they resolve conflict, and how they manage conflict, and also how they work and work safely within that environment. And so social wellness deals with those issues as well. We look at things like physical wellness, and it's more than just looking after yourself physically, it's about what you eat and what you put in your body. Then we move on to another section which deals with intellectual wellness, which is some of the things that we've been talking about today, to explore issues such as the threat of piracy, seafarers' rights, equipping families with all the information that they need whilst the seafarer is away from home. We realized actually as we were putting this course together that sometimes seafarers wouldn't tell their families who they're working with, who they have a contract with, or even how many months they're going to be away from home. And so it's really important that seafarers talk about these kind of things. Another issue that seafarers face is that they sometimes face financial hardship. And so it's talking to them and their families about having those difficult conversations about finance and about budgeting. And no men and women really like to talk about those in a family. So it's about creating that safe space where people can talk about these very, very important issues, which have a lasting impact on their mental health while they are at sea. And then we deal with a section on spiritual wellness. And this isn't about promoting Christianity or any particular religion. This is about enabling people to have a time when they can reflect on who they are and how their moral compass, if you like, impacts on the work that they carry out day to day on the ship. So we began this journey and we had this coaching program and the trainer program, but we thought that there had to be something that seafarers could take with them as they made their journey, because to a large extent the coaching program relies on the company actually being willing to pay for additional training for their staff. And time is money, and so for many companies, they don't really want to take their staff away for days at a time so that they can have this one-to-one training. And so we thought, how better than to empower seafarers to actually take responsibility for their own well-being and wellness. And so we developed this Wellness at Sea app. It's available on iOS and Android. And it engages and enables seafarers by allowing daily interaction with the core modules of the Wellness at Sea program. It also gives seafarers the ability to track their well-being and wellness progress. And it enables them to contact chaplains prior to arriving in port. And for those of you who don't know what the missions do, we are just one of 3 missions who help and support seafarers on a daily basis in ports. And so it's really a practical help where we can assist them, but also when a seafarer really needs help, our chaplains are on hand to help them and provide for them as much as we can. So the Wellness at Sea app has a range of resources to support the seafarer, checklists for mental health. It's really important that they understand about their own mental health and also the mental health of their fellow crew members as well. We have important things like the MLC 2006 signposting so that they understand where they can find information about contracts, about what their rights are. And it's not about making staff militant in any way, but it's about empowering them through knowledge so that they understand, are confident what they need to be doing. We also give them important information about ports. So our chaplains realized that sometimes seafarers found themselves in situations where they were almost criminalized because they carried information on laptops that is illegal in that particular country. And so our apps provide them with important information about that, as well as healthy eating tips and exercise, because it's all part of empowering people to look after themselves. So I'm just going to show you very, very briefly what the Wellness app looks like. This is what it appears like on the launch screen on their phones. The seafarers can set up an account of the app and then check into their ships. Seafarers then can work through each of the 5 key areas of wellness at sea as well. They can view their scores daily and maintain their overall well-being, and it engages them a bit like a game does so that they can kind of check up on what's happening. It also gives them, as I said, an overview of the port information. They can choose recipes or exercises, and the latest version of the app really aims to further combat high rates of cardiovascular conditions and mental health issues and problems. So this slide actually shows you the exercises they can do. They can actually time them, and they're designed to be done in small confined spaces. We had great fun when we were designing this at our desks. We used to try out all these exercises in a very small space. And it's timed as well, so people can actually set a specific time and try and beat their time from one day to the next. They can scroll down through the program, select their workout, as well as important information about calculating their BMI. And then the users have a range of recipes and exercises to help monitor and maintain their physical and mental health as well. So one of the things that companies said was that often, while seafarers were on board a ship, they in a sense could control what they were eating and ensure that they were having good, healthy meals. But then they would go home for a little while, and I don't know if you can hear, my accent is South African, so whenever I go home, I come back to the UK and I'm a size bigger really than when I went. And that's because you start to eat all the things that you like. And so this app actually helps them to maintain the right BMI and keep healthy while they're at home and relaxing with their families. Just some of the resources we were speaking about, a port search, the welfare organisations, campaigns, and information about marine traffic who help sponsor the slide or provide information for us on the slides. We've developed a Wellness at Sea e-learning program as well, and I'm absolutely delighted and not boasting in any way, but this year we actually received 2 awards for our e-learning program. And this is great because actually it tells us that this program, which we designed specifically for seafarers, is actually working. It tells us that the industry is actually realizing the importance of a program like this and recognizing why we need to have these kind of programs. But the Wellness at Sea program is an online course for junior officers and cadets, and they can access it on all those devices. So it can be a mobile phone, an iPad, a tablet, or on a desktop computer where they can actually do their work. And the strapline really is that health and well-being is only a click away. So 20 hours of e-learning that they can engage in and learn about how to look after their own well-being. And the course is actually My Wellness at Sea. So again, it's about enabling them and engaging them in their own wellness. So this course is easily available. It's both the app and the e-learning you can actually connect to while there's no internet connection. You can complete your work, and then as soon as you get internet connection again, it will update itself. And so, again, really accessible for seafarers. And we actually charge only $3 for this course because we don't want to make it inaccessible for people. And so it's really about our investing and engaging seafarers. So please do tell everybody about this. It's a great program and a great way of investing in our seafarers. Thank you very much.